Welcome to the No Hangover Podcast. Fuck it. Welcome to the No Hangover Podcast. Like always, you can find us on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Google Play. Check us out on Instagram. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe. Check us out on TikTok. No _hangover.
Good old TikTok.
Got to make some more TikToks, but
we're
there.
But
we just
hop on the train.
TikTok's cool, man.
Yeah.
You're just a hater.
It's cool reels.
I guess. I don't know. I'm just not a big
Funny shit.
social media guy.
No, you're just a hater
Boom.
All right. Well,
of TikTok.
It's fucking hater.
Solely.
no. I don't know. I don't
He kind
think
of
that's true.
took a break from all social medias besides Instagram. You can get on there.
I'm on
Pretty good
Instagram still, but I have not posted shit
Not on your own Instagram. He's
Since
terrible at
fucking
that.
like October time. When was Skylar's wedding? September, October?
September.
That was the last time I posted a picture on Instagram.
I didn't even post pictures.
I've posted like stories here and there, but yeah, I need to
I should post
post a picture of myself.
for their year anniversary. Congrats, guys! Here's a picture.
Same picture.
Here's a picture from your wedding that I forgot to post last year.
I mean, I have a few that I didn't
It's
post.
funny.
Just be like the same picture. just so people go to your page and.
What the?
Yeah, we here.
We are here.
I'm Eric. That's Dennis. That's Jacob over there.
Hey, how y'all doing?
We're back for another one.
Um,
Another one.
Getting straight into it. Over the weekend, we all went and saw good old The Batman.
That we did.
The Batman.
I had to, once I said it the way I did, I was like, oof, that's going to be a terrible, terrible switch. But yeah, The Batman movie.
Directed by Matt Reeves, starring Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
We'll start with you, Eric. What was your initial reaction
It was
from seeing
long.
it?
That shit was trash.
It was long as fuck. It was a good movie
I'm
though.
just kidding.
It was a really good movie.
I have mixed feelings.
I had low expectations on it. Or like that was already kind of thrown out there. But I mean, it was good. It was a good movie. I liked it. It was entertaining. Had loops and surprises and things that you kind of had to keep your eye open for that kind of tied the whole movie together and shit. But overall, it was a good movie. Do I think it's better than?
Are we gonna be spoiling The Batman?
Yeah, I mean we all seen
Hey,
it.
by the time they've seen it, y'all better hope you've seen it.
Yeah, it'll be a few days.
Yeah,
It'll be out a few days. By the time
so I mean, yeah, we can. But I don't think it's better than Christopher Nolan's Batman's or Christian Bale Batman.
Well, Christopher Nolan and Christian Bale made the same Batman movie.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like that
Director, actor,
Yeah.
duo.
that duo. But it was a good movie. Definitely, they have room to go for a second movie.
How would you feel if this was it? Like the Joker. Like it's one movie. And we're done.
I'd be okay with that. It's long as hell, so I mean,
They put a lot in there.
yeah, they did. So yeah, I mean, I'd be fine with that.
Interesting.
Jacob, what are your initial thoughts?
It'd be interesting if they did that. Then by the time we're like 35, there's another Batman.
Well, not by the time we're 35. There's gonna be a new Batman in the next 4 years. Just it won't be Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
I don't think he is
I
going.
hope he makes a second one. Okay.
You don't think he's gonna do another one?
I mean, I
mean, I
see
think they
more
will.
character development to think that he was a good Batman.
The Joker is the most profitable movie of all time because it didn't cost a lot to make, and it made over $1 billion. They're not really planning on making a second one, so
Yeah. I mean, I guess
I kind of like their isolated stories of Batman, the Joker in a 19 whatever time that was, kind of timeless loop place, where he's kind of like a incel inspirer / cult leader that is kicked out of society and becomes the Joker. And we don't really need anything else from Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. Because then what's the next movie? He fights Batman? We've seen that.
Yeah, at some point they're gonna. Yeah, I mean they're on the same.
He goes to Arkham. We've seen that in the video games, in the comics, but we know that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean
that was so original, and it was just I don't know. I just kind of liked that they were all right, we're done. Here you go. I would love if Batman is just this Batman Year 2. Small spoilers, I guess. The Batman Year 2. Here's his biggest adventure in the first 2 years of him being Batman, and that's it.
we done.
They won't because they set so much stuff up,
Yeah.
but I would enjoy it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if it was it, but
I mean, I feel like I would definitely want to see a second him as the Batman, because overall the movie to me, I mean, it was one long as shit. It was a long ass motherfucking movie.
I enjoyed it though. It
was a cinematic experience though. Like the music, just like how dark it was.
It was pretty gritty.
Shout out to Michael Giacchino on the music. He did an awesome job.
Because like just the music, the suspense was like it was nice. It was nice. Plus we saw it at Winter Park Village, so nice seats.
That is a good movie theater.
That's the best movie theater around here, in my opinion.
Yeah, I went to Point Orlando, so
that's not a bad one at all.
It's not, but
that's IMAX, right?
Yeah, we didn't watch it in IMAX though.
Oh, we saw it in IMAX.
Did you?
And we were in like the third row. We were like,
oh, broken neck.
Talking about when we went to Waterford.
Yeah. Because that screen is big, but thankfully the recliner's there. You lay down.
Yeah.
Like, it goes all the way back.
It's beautiful.
You had a tray there, like I can put your phone and stuff on there. And
that shit was funny. I had actually in movie theaters, I always like, even if I'm going with like my close friends, I always like to put like at least a seat between me and everybody else. Because I want my own armrests. I don't want to have to fight people the whole movie.
Even though at that theater you have
like
two armrests to yourself.
Yeah, but either way,
It's not like the old, what was the Oviedo Mall one? Like, that was cramped. Like, that.
Yeah, Oviedo Mall days.
Yeah, that movie theater fucking is not good, though.
No, it's not. That theater sucks.
But I'm used to watching. That's where I grew up watching movies. So, like, I always wanted
the cheapest theater.
Seat to myself, But anyways, I did this at the Winter Park Village. And so I took, I always usually throw my key, like, outside of my pocket because I hate just sitting down with shit in my pocket. And
be easy to
I happened to be... I would be. I happened to be sitting in a different, because you got to buy those seats, like pick the seat and everything.
Yeah.
Happened to be sitting in someone's seat. I was like, fine, I'll get up.
Damn.
Got up, moved my one seat over, watched the whole fucking movie. 3-hour fucking movie. I go to leave, about to get up. I'm like, excuse me, sir. My key
was under his cup.
My key was in the cup holder the entire movie.
He was definitely like,
what the? Like, this cup holder is fucked up.
Just like, oh, thank you.
Spend all this money for a
that.
broken cup holder.
Yeah.
So it was just pretty funny to me.
Not to keep going.
Oh, just that, like in the movie theater. Nice movie theater.
The theater to me is like church. Like a good movie theater is like, I love going to the movie theater. I'll go to the movie theater every day of the week if like
every day.
If it was like free.
If there was movies worth to go see every day, or if you just like playing whatever movie you want to see.
Yeah, if I just had a movie theater like in my house, like I just love the setup of a movie theater. I think
a home theater would be cool.
I think the whole concept of them is incredible. But like our theater was good. The people next to us weren't really talking. Like the whole theater was.
No, the dude next to me was snoring. So there was that.
I mean, the person next to me was snoring, but he was awake.
That's funny.
Oh shit!
I don't think this is true.
There was only one time where I was like, just had to make sure.
Oh shit! It was kind of like the Riddler was breathing hard as fuck. You would know.
Yeah, I was so about to make that joke in the theater, but I was like, nobody will get this. This joke is only for me.
Yeah, you won't know who's who. Which, I mean, back to the movie, I thought he did a good job as a villain.
Paul Dano?
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of villains. The mob people.
There's a lot of guys that we know become villains, but there is one centralized villain in the
He's
story.
the main guy, but there's like the Falcone guy, the bad people and the corrupt people in the police department, Penguin. So, I mean, there's like different foes that they're fighting. There's like a lot of different like side stories going on, but obviously it all ties in at the end and shit.
Yeah, I loved how realized the universe was. Like, they don't go over the top being like, this guy's the Penguin. Like, get it? He dresses like a penguin. It's just like
looks like
he just is the Penguin. And if you're a Batman fan, you know Oswald Cobblepot. They call him Oz. They don't even call him Oswald Cobblepot because that's the dumbest name ever.
Bro, Batman was made when? That shit was probably
1920s, 1930s.
Dope. Oh my gosh, look at this fella.
Oswald Cobblepot.
Oh, Batman. But
he was a terrible guy. Terrible.
But
Colin Farrell killed it as Penguin, though. He was awesome.
Yeah, you can barely even tell it's him.
Yeah, when I looked at Jacob at one point when he slight spoilers, but we already said we're going into it. When he's arrested or apprehended and he's handcuffed at the arms and legs and he starts chasing the car, and I was like, huh, he's waddling like a penguin.
Oh yeah.
There was another part. There was one part in the movie where I was like, oh, it got me. Like it got me as a
Like a jump scare type
no,
shit,
not
or
scared. Like a laugh. Honestly,
like an Easter egg type shit.
Yeah, it was it was someone from a different movie that I was like, just was funny to me. Fuck. It'll come to me in a second.
When the guy who plays Falcone comes in, I was like,
Oh yeah.
That was it. That was actually the moment because I was like, Transformers.
Totoro, it's from
fucking-
Big Lebowski. Like,
I mean, he's all any
Yeah,
Adam fucking
fuck it.
Sandler movie.
yeah,
Literally.
he's amazing as a comedy actor.
For real.
And you see him on the screen, you're like, it almost like plays as a joke. Like when he walks on stage, you're almost like supposed to be like,
But then he's like fucked up.
yeah, like he's
He's a fucking asshole.
He is a serious like character. And
Yeah.
you're like, yikes!
Yeah.
When you find out some of the things he's done, you're like,
Yeah, I
About
guess. Yeah, I
to
mean,
do it.
to your point, they do a good job of like making it like pretty gritty and like
but not too emo though.
exactly like it rides the line very well of like
Yeah,
Hey,
but it
yeah.
was dark. It was on the dark side.
Yeah.
The most
I mean,
emo thing is like he has the hair in front of his face when he takes
with the
off
makeup and shit. Oh
I
my-
love that he has. The
I
makeup.
do, but like when he takes it off and like when he's in the
Batcave.
Batcave and he's like that, I'm like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just sitting there like,
My favorite parts is all the like it's not subtle. Nothing about Batman is subtle, but like they don't go over the top. They don't tell you it's the Batcave. Like, hanging out in the Batcave again. Yeah, thanks, Alfred. Like, you can go now. Like, he just arrives in the Batcave, and as a fan, you're like,
Who's the actor that plays Alfred? What's his name?
Andy Serkis.
Yeah,
That's why when he has the line, he goes, "I learned this from my time in the circus." I was like, "That's interesting." Which also, I was like, "Is that a Robin reference?" Because Robin is from.
Yeah,
I was
he's
like,
a trapeze.
I was like, "Have we already met Robin at this time? Like, what's happening?"
I mean, like, and they do leave it open for like they can do a lot.
Interpretation.
They can go a lot of different ways with it.
Yeah, because he's already been in Batman for a year. I love that when he's going through the files of all of his cases and stuff like that. Because he's truly like everyone who's like me, who's wanted to see Batman just be a detective, the world's greatest detective.
This was probably the best movie that.
And then Penguin says the line. He goes, "Look at you, world's greatest detectives." And I was like, "All right, like, we got it."
Yeah.
But he's awesome. The technology, like he was like James Bond with the contacts and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
yeah, that was pretty cool. The contacts were pretty dope.
They were definitely gonna play up something between him and Catwoman during that. Like I could see that one coming to mind.
Oh yeah, you can tell he gets a little jealous and shit.
Yeah.
But then the twist is that
They don't go over the top with it.
Then they have a little twist. It's like that's not my boyfriend. We're not fucking because he sees.
Yeah, like how close did you have to get with these
Yeah,
people?
with Falcone, and yeah, that shit was. And then he said, "Oh, that's my dad." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh."
Spoiler.
It's like,
Twists.
well then, like, he's like, well, I didn't mean to make this weird or anything.
Homie got domed. Spoiler.
Did he get domed? He got shot in the head.
Through the face.
The Riddler.
I
The
remember that he got shot, but
He's got the bullet hole on his face. Because I was looking for it. You don't see it at
yeah,
first.
it was
I
hard
like,
to find.
Yeah, but and then like he like turns when he's dying. You see the bullet like it's like literally a rifle bullet. And then the post setup of that, like when Gordon and Batman find where he lives, and they find the password to his website where he's got all of his followers and stuff. Did you read the text on the side and stuff? Because that's all I was doing while he was talking.
I saw it, but
I was trying to,
I didn't
but-
read it or anything.
I mean, he's electric on screen, so it's tough to look away
Yeah.
from what he's doing. But it was like rifles are a good choice.
Yeah.
Military mask found at this place. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then the ending is what it is.
Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty cool that they set that up that way.
yeah, a lot. I mean, yeah, it's definitely.
It was like a overshadowing or not over. Yeah,
Foreshadowing
of the little mob they were starting.
I mean, it does do the Joker incel thing. Like, we're gonna get these people like the underbelly of society riled up, but they're more like mentally not all there. The people that are following.
Oh yeah,
the Riddler.
I mean, obviously,
Basically.
I feel like
And
that's
I love that it's 507 followers. Like he doesn't have a lot. And
just a small little fucking.
Small
there's
little
like 10 of them
revolution.
that went to Madison Square
quick.
Garden.
Small
or
revolution.
Gotham Square Garden, as they called it.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh, that's
We know where you filmed it,
Yeah,
guys.
it's
Like
so
very clearly, this is MSG. You just CGI'd Gotham over Madison.
oh shit, yeah, that was kind of lame, but you kind of I went with this whatever. But
I did like that it wasn't like a normal Batman ending. Like, I don't know. I'm just tired of seeing Batman in the fight with the villain, punch, you're going to jail. Like, he always wins. Like,
I mean, well, his ending was him fucking.
he got his ass kicked
At the end?
The freaking.
He got shot.
Remember, he got shot a bunch of times, but remember the shotgun that like, put him down, and he was like, and then freaking adrenaline.
He's got the concussion. He
Yeah,
puts the
but that's not the like I'm talking about like the end.
That
the
part
end of
was
the movie.
hard.
Yeah, no. Then he starts kicking people's asses and shit, and
sound,
speeding
the sound
People,
leaving the
he-
theater.
He
as
killed
he's
one
hitting.
person.
No, his face is flat. His face was
In
gone.
real life, he killed that person.
Yeah,
but
the guy sits up and he's like, "Fine," he's
Yeah.
joking. But
Well, his face was all fucked up though.
yeah, you see it flat in the.
He's like, "I'm vengeance."
Yeah, that was a cool like that they
So-
brought that back.
So then Batman was like, "Oh, I got to be different. I got to be hope."
Yeah, I
And
can't
then
be.
they're
I,
on
can't.
top
gotta
of the
I thought he
prove-
was gonna say. Like, I was like, I gotta be justice, and I was like, oh no. Like,
on top of the fucking MSG thing, helping people get out.
Very-
The part at the end where they split off with the bikes and shit.
yeah,
That was kind of corny, but
the shades of like the Katrina relief, like as he's like helping people, like or any natural disaster, I
Yeah.
guess, of him like walking.
imagine if Batman was in real life.
Yeah, yeah. The weirdest part to me is like when he does when he's in the water, when all the water comes in, he lights the flare.
Yeah, and he's going walking.
And he
over
puts the arm out, and the girl's like scared of him, and he's like,
next person.
and he goes to the orphan kid, and the orphan kid's like, "Fuck it, like I've been through enough. Like this guy kills me."
Thank you.
And
Well,
then
he's
she
already seen
follows them.
Batman. He's already seen
Yeah,
Batman
they've
though,
had their
when his dad died. So
yeah that scene's rough. Like at the beginning of the movie, you're like, oh, like they are going for it.
Oh my god, when they beat the shit out of the mayor in the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was like, holy shit.
Because the first one, I was like, oh, he killed him, and then he's just like, no,
Boom,
not enough.
Boom, boom. Cut his fucking thumb off. Like,
Yeah,
they I mean, they at the beginning they let you know it's like, yeah, this shit is
not for
gonna
kids.
be real.
There was like an 8-year-old behind us, and I was like,
They only dropped
when I
one.
sat down, I was like,
They only dropped one F-bomb. It was
early. It was
Yeah.
early. He goes, what the fuck?
some shit like that. He says fuck at some point,
Yeah.
and then that was it.
It definitely like rang off.
PG-13.
Well, I think you get so much violence or so many curses. Like
They went more with the violence, I
Yeah.
guess. But I mean,
it didn't need to be rated. There didn't need to be more cursing than what there
No.
was.
if anything, I mean,
Jim Gordon says fuck. That's who says it.
But if they were gonna do something more, they would probably up the violence more than they would up the language. Because some of those Batman comic books are pretty fucking graphic.
Yeah, but it's still like
If they were going to.
yeah. If they're going, it's still a not a kids movie. This is not a kids movie. Do not take your like
Yeah, go
Avengers.
ahead.
You can take a kid to. This is not the Avengers.
Well, what are we considering a kid?
I mean, like 8-year-olds.
Oh yeah,
8-year-olds
Probably
should
10,
not
10
be
and
seen.
under, probably.
Probably
Or,
should.
you know, it's PG-13 for a reason. 13 and under.
Yeah, anything under 13, if you're comfortable with your kids seeing it, that's on you. But 13, I would be the
Yeah,
first.
it is pretty.
Like 10 to 13 range.
Some of the content is pretty.
When I was watching James Bond, pretty young, so.
Beating boom, beating.
James Bond adult?
Beating, boom. James Bond. It's PG-13. I mean, it's a
Same
secret
shit.
agent that kills people and has sex
fucking.
with beautiful women.
Yeah, I don't know. I just always thought of James Bond as
He's a womanizer
kind of
spy.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds kind of corny. Like you're supposed to be
it's
low
because
key
I
as
saw
a spy.
Austin Powers first. Like I saw Austin Powers before I saw any of the
That's hilarious.
James Bond. So I was like, I knew what they were like getting
Yeah.
spoofed on. So
Pierce Brosnan does a good
James
job.
Bond, or
I mean, so does
Austin
fucking.
Powers is my
Daniel
ultimate
Craig.
shit.
He does. I like those movies. The first one was good. Casino
The first
Royale
and
was
the
good.
third is good. 2 and 4 suck.
I haven't seen the third one.
Skyfall.
No, I haven't seen that one. I've seen Quantum of Solace.
Skyfall's
and Casino Royale.
incredible.
Is it good?
Yeah, with the Adele song.
Oh, that one does have the Adele song. But the
No Time to Die, I heard was ass. I didn't even see
for
it.
real. Pierce Brosnan, the one with Halle Berry. I mean, I watched it when I
There's
was
been
young.
5 Daniel Craig movies.
Yeah, he's done now for good. But
Spectre was 4.
mm-hmm. He was it for a while.
He was like 20 years, 17 years. When's the first one? 08, so 14 years.
I don't know exactly when it came out.
We were in
but-
middle school when it came out.
Mm-hmm. I got the fucking DVD for Christmas one year.
Yeah, I didn't.
Casino Royale.
I just never bought Daniel Craig as being a badass.
Yeah,
Idris Elba should be the next James Bond.
That's what the people are saying.
Yeah,
The movie people.
it should have been because it was almost the guy who plays Superman when it was Daniel Craig. They were up for it at the same time. He'd have been a great James Bond.
Henry.
He sells suave and
But he doesn't have
Badass.
the English accent.
Yes, he does. He's British.
Is he?
Superman's
Yes.
British.
Oh, I've never heard him talk like.
Yeah, he's very
Oh.
British.
There you go. Learn something new every day.
You only heard him be Superman?
Yep.
Fucking Sean Connery's Scottish. James Bond doesn't need to be British.
But sure he does.
Plays British spy though.
Again,
Doesn't need to be.
Sean Connery
Yeah.
was James
I know.
Bond.
I'm saying to play.
I mean,
the
they're
role,
next to each other, so you know.
to play the role. No, you don't.
They're in the UK, so I
Yep.
guess it works out.
There you go. They
Same,
geographically,
but different.
he migrated over to England and got recruited. to
Pattinson
be-
would be a good, going back to Batman, he'd been a good James Bond. I'm still interested to see how suave he's going to be. Because he's great in Tenet as like...
They're not gonna make him suave in Batman. I mean, they could. Maybe
they have to. It's the character.
Maybe, bro.
They need to because the way he was dressed, the way he was just playing, like the.
Well, he's
I mean,
only Batman.
yeah.
That's the biggest spoiler. He's never Bruce Wayne in the movie.
Yeah, he's like
For one
like,
scene, and it's
yeah.
a funeral. He's never
Yeah,
Bruce Wayne.
and the times that he's not in the back, like in his costume, in his suit, like he's still like
in the
in the
Batman.
role of Batman, essentially.
Yeah, it's around Alfred.
Yeah.
Where he doesn't need to wear the suit.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I guess you could argue that when he is around Alfred, he is like Bruce Wayne, the most Bruce Wayne you're gonna get because
In this movie.
Yeah.
Not the character in the comics.
yeah, no, well,
The most Bruce
It's-
Wayne is, I think, like...
I'm talking about in the sense like where Bruce Wayne can be Bruce Wayne. He doesn't have to be Batman or like the Bruce Wayne for like the
show.
tabloids and shit. like,
Oh, because I've always, in my mind, the show, the like billionaire,
Yeah,
like
that's the-
showy
yeah.
playboy is Bruce Wayne. And
Well, I mean-
everything that's not is Batman. Even if he's not in the suit, that's who he really is.
Or like that. For instance, going to Christian Bale's movie, I always liked when he's just talking to Alfred and like. And
To
he's
me,
like,
that's
"Watch
Batman,
this."
though.
And then he's like, "I got to do this," and then
Yeah,
pulls up with two models. Hardest fucking.
because he gives the speech to her.
Hardest Batman.
bro, no, and
When they're jumping in the pool,
Yeah.
when he gets out of the pool and
his
Rachel
pretend
Dawes
drunk
is
and
talking,
all that.
Rachel Dawes is talking. He goes, that's not me. He goes, deep down, I am me, but he can't, explain that this is all a show.
No, I think the best part in that, like the best Bruce Wayne part in the Dark Knight is when they're on the yacht and he jumps off, the plane comes and he leaves Alfred with all the
whole setup. When he's like, he's like, have you thought of an alibi? And he goes, oh yeah. He's
he
like,
leaves Alfred with all
billionaire
the
buys Russian ballet.
They go on the yacht, he jumps off, gets on the plane, then he flies over to Japan to go get that guy. But I thought that's
It
Bruce
was China.
Wayne.
It was Hong Kong.
Was it China?
Yeah.
One of
Because
the two.
they're standing.
China.
He's like, China won't extradite one of their
Yeah,
own.
there you go. So I thought that in the
Takes him from the top fucking window. Pluck. Gotcha.
but yeah, I mean overall the Batman was good. I'd probably give it a solid 8.5, 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I was gonna go 9. I really enjoyed it the more I thought about it.
Well, you already were like you were
was a huge Robert
you were
Pattinson
more
fan.
high on it than
Yeah.
I was initially. So
You were going into it hot.
Well, because
I was excited.
I remember because I think he's great in Harry Potter. I get it's only one movie, but like
Harry,
he's really good as Cedric Diggory.
Yes.
He's a good actor.
The fact that his death punches you as hard as it does, like, and you've only seen him
and the
for
dad's
an
like
hour.
no, like that's the part that was like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
It all
like,
hurts.
you feel it when
Yeah.
he's even when he's a ghost, when he's fighting Voldemort, he's like, take my body back, like don't let me die here.
oh my god, yeah, that part was very intense. That was a very intense.
That was
part.
the point in those movies where they stopped becoming kids movies.
Yeah, it's like,
that scene, you're
all
like,
right.
once he dies,
that
you're
is
like,
true.
oh my god, like they can kill one of these kids. They're kids.
Boom. They don't give a damn.
Yep. That was actually you're 100% correct.
That is the turning point of the
is the turning
series.
point.
The next 4 movies, you're like,
I remember
anyone can
seeing
die.
it.
Anyone's on the table.
I watched all of them. Like, not to be like weird. I wasn't like fanboy all the way. Like, I never worshipped.
I mean,
was-
I've
was-
seen all of them.
But I saw them in theaters, like opening night type shit
Same.
every time.
They're good movies.
I was a
They're
fanboy.
good. It was a great series.
Is it called a fanboy when you're a kid and you're
Yeah, I
like,
don't know.
No, you're just
you're
fucking
reading books and going and seeing
Yeah,
movies?
it's like holy shit! Like you
Barely reading books. I
imagine
was like, when are these movies coming out?
Well, I had read like I
Wait
was-
for these. Damn it.
We were super young when the first one came out.
yeah.
I don't even. I think like I was like to the point where like my mom read the first book to me. Like
Yeah,
I
the
was
first
like 4 or
four.
5.
The first four, my teachers would read them during like reading time. Like
Yeah.
after recess, when our teacher would come in and read us whatever 30 minutes of whatever book. Like that's how
Yeah,
I
the
started.
third one is the first one I read like by
To
like,
yourself?
turn the pages myself. But yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
anyway, yes, Robert Pattinson's great in that. when he like kind of went away and kind of went like independent movies and stuff, like I loved all of those, like Cosmopolis and
Never heard of it.
The Lighthouse recently.
Didn't watch it, but
it's the Willem Dafoe black and white horror movie.
Willem Dafoe directs it?
Willem Dafoe's
He's
in
in
it.
it.
Oh,
You would like it.
probably. I like Willem
I've
Dafoe.
seen the previews and stuff. I just have never seen the movie.
And
Willem
then
Dafoe. What movie was he in that they...
Aquaman.
No, they were showing it was a preview in the...
I know.
It was like The Northman or something like that.
Same director, Robert Eggers. It was The Northman.
Yeah, that
Robert
movie
Eggers directed The Lighthouse.
that movie looks pretty interesting.
It visually, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's his thing. Is he like directs best looking films.
Mm.
But then Pattinson was in Tenet, and it was like his return to mainstream, and I was like, he's gonna be awesome, and he was. And then he got cast as Batman, and everyone was like, the fucking Twilight kid's gonna be Batman, and I was like, you guys don't get it. Like, he's the best.
Good old
He
Robbie.
wasn't just this guy.
Robbie.
I mean, I was telling you guys, like, I think
Twilight
you
was
guys even
definitely
had some doubts.
Yeah,
Twilight
I mean,
was
but
definitely
my doubt-
one
my
of the biggest
doubt-
roles in his.
That
My-
Twilight is the biggest
yeah.
thing in his career. Still,
So it's like
Well, yeah.
it's hard to look
this
at him
is gonna
past
take
that.
it, but
Maybe
yeah, those are $1 billion movies.
Twilight,
Those are
yeah.
huge.
Unless he makes like
that was
if
like
he
a
makes another
cult
one.
following type shit.
Yeah, and it was another thing with books to movies,
Yeah.
like, and it had the girls. Like,
If he makes
was like,
two or
whoa.
if he makes like 2 or 3 more Batmans, maybe he's got a chance.
They have to be good though. They
For
can't
people
just
to
Twilight doesn't have to be good.
Well, yeah. Well, they didn't
Didn't
have to be good, but it had the fucking
It was
fan
the
power
story.
behind that shit.
I mean, I make jokes. I saw them in
It
theaters.
was the story in
I
Twilight.
unfortunately did too.
I saw them all.
I didn't see
in theaters.
Twilight.
I don't
in
say that
theaters.
with pride. I don't say
I've
that.
seen
with-
Twilight, but I didn't watch it in theaters. It was at home.
I didn't pay for any of the tickets though either time. So
One of the first one's not terrible. They're not great. They're not good movies. Like, I don't like.
choose your words carefully.
But I don't like shitting on like movies.
Listen, it's not shitting on movies. If it's the truth, it's just it is what it is. Those movies fucking suck. Like that is just. I never read the books, so I don't know. My sisters read them.
The books aren't
my cousins
great.
read them, and they love them. But again, they're girls. They like a lot of girls like that shit.
Did
so.
you guys have like either your mom or your aunts that like read novellas and stuff like that? Like,
I mean, my whole family read books. They read all different types
like
of books.
the like Fabio like love relationship or watch soaps and stuff like
My
that.
older sister did for a little bit.
That's what Twilight the book is.
Oh.
It is like
Lame.
that's why 50 Shades of Grey. You know the story behind that, right? The writer of the book had like a dream where she was like hooking up with Edward Cullen, Robert Pattinson's character in Twilight, and that's like because 50 Shades of Grey is
based in Seattle too.
is a fan fiction of Twilight.
Wow.
It's the same exact story. He's just not a vampire.
Wow.
And it's a lot more explicit.
X-rated.
This shit was like I can't believe when I saw 50 Shades of Grey in theaters. I could not believe that they allowed
I saw
this
the
in a
second one.
movie. It's that graphic. Where
Damn,
you're like,
for real. I never watched it.
Pretty sure I saw the second one in theaters.
it's wild. Oh, the one with Rita Ora.
Never mind.
She's barely in
Is
it.
the first one with ice cream?
The ice.
No, ice cream.
That's the second or third one.
They have a third one?
There's 4 books, I think. No,
Okay, then
3
maybe I saw
books.
a third one.
Shit.
It's 50
In
Shades
theaters.
of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, 50 Shades Freed.
Wow.
I can't say. I know I saw one of them in theaters.
Spoiler alert for
Clearly.
what happens for the third one. If you've seen the first one, you're like, I get what the book title gives away. The third one.
No, I haven't read it. Haven't seen it. Don't plan on it.
He's just a very controlling sexual person.
Wow.
Like,
I guess
to the point where it gets dark.
Oh, couldn't see that one coming. Then, like,
Yeah, so there was.
50 Shades Grey,
that seems-
50 Shades Darker, 50 Shades Freed.
So it was.
Wow.
The dark.
What happened?
Like the whole room, the dungeon room and shit.
That's the first one.
And there's ice cream in that one. Then
Jacob's
whatever
worried
one I
about
saw,
the fucking
I
ice
just
cream.
remember fucking ice cream. Damn it.
I
It's
don't.
like, damn, that ice cream
Again,
was
I've seen
really
the movies
good.
like once.
I wish I had a bowl of ice cream right now, actually.
Because you realize, like, he was like, I hope this is not triggering for somebody. He was like a victim of like sexual assault.
The dude in
Yeah.
the movie?
Mhm.
Like the character in the movie?
Christian Grey,
The
the character,
Well, I mean, I guess that all makes sense.
and
That
that's
type of
why he's very sexually
Yeah.
controlling. And he's a billionaire,
Oh, wow.
so he has a red room where he like has like weapons.
of mass
Like
destruction.
whips and chains.
Yeah, and that's
Bondage.
that's the scene where "Earned It" comes from. That's like it's like
That's a
when
great
you
song. Too.
yeah, but when you see it in that context, you're like, this. I don't feel.
That's in the first one though, right?
That's what I'm saying.
So it's supposed to be.
I don't
Isn't
know
it supposed
what
to be
fucking
like
movie
all
I
like
saw.
magical and like, oh my
it's
god, take
intoxicating.
me?
It's
yeah.
intoxicating.
Yeah. So I mean, it
She
fits.
likes when it's happening. She's even
Yeah.
picking out her own shit. It's just
It
And then
fits.
So-
it gets really dark at the end. She goes like, she's like, go like, don't hold yourself back.
And he's like, say less.
He like,
Oh my
Beats her.
god.
he like beats the shit out of her
Yikes.
while like she's naked. Like
Ooh. God damn.
slapping her.
she's like bleeding.
That's why you gotta fucking choose your words. Fucking.
Well,
wisely.
because it's the whole tease is like, he's never been with a girl. I don't know how this turned into the topic.
We're too far deep.
The whole thing is like, he's never been with a girl who's like had her own like choices and freedom. Like he's like, if you sign up for he literally has a contract. He goes, this is how I am. If you don't like that, that's cool, and you'll be fine. But if you are like that, like this is, you'll be taking care of millions of dollars. You get all the nice cars, houses, like anything money
doing
can buy.
billionaire shit.
Yeah, he's like, you'll be taken care of forever, but this is how I am. And she's like in love with him, like for real. And then like she like awakens something in him where he can be more vulnerable. And then he's like at the end of the movie, he's like, yeah, I kind of don't want to be. Like, I kind of want to go be how I've always been. And she's like, all right, well, let's see how far this will go. And she's like, do your worst. He doesn't even get to his worst. Like he's just.
Damn.
Like, I'll stop here.
Well,
She like stops him. She's like crying, and she's like, you've done enough. And he's like,
what? I thought I was just getting started.
okay.
Yeah. Damn. Well, I didn't know it got fucked up like that.
The more
It's
you know.
not. It's not. The books are terrible and the movies are worse. Like you don't need to see the movies.
I mean, I wasn't planning on it, but like, just like, I guess because like all that stuff, it was like the Twilight stuff, the 50 grade stuff, like.
it is a fan fiction of Twilight.
Yeah, but like,
It's the same
because
story.
like I had my sisters and my aunts read all those books and shit, so like they were fucking, oh my god, it's the biggest shit ever, and like what, like I don't what the fuck, I didn't know it got fucking.
I mean, it's
fucked up like
suspenseful
that.
and
Women like reading about that stuff.
Yeah,
That's
it's
their
odd.
shit.
because that's what
I
Twilight
like
is. Is
watching it
like
too.
he has to like he can literally do that and kill her. Like he's constantly just holding himself back around her.
Yikes. That's
the
wild
state of
shit.
being in control.
And he's a vampire, so blood.
Every time they kiss, he's like real close to her neck, like, oh, end it
I was a
right here.
vampire
Just
for
whispering.
Halloween.
Just whispering in her.
I'm gonna do right.
Fucking do it right now.
She's hearing just sweet whispers. Oh my god.
What
are you talking to?
That is fucking rich.
Anything that slightly annoys him, like when your girl slightly annoys you, he's just like, keep it up,
Watch.
keep it up.
He doesn't do the Arthur clenched fist. He just
He
shows
does.
her
There's
the
no
teeth.
Arthur meme for him. Yeah,
He just shows her a tooth. Like, bitch, I'll fucking bite you right now.
and then she becomes a
Oh,
vampire,
God.
so they're good.
Oh, happily ever after. The end.
I stopped watching Twilight movies though.
Good.
I watched like 2 of them.
There's
my life.
they get so bad like as they go along.
Oh.
Like 4 and 5
Lord.
are so bad.
I've seen like certain scenes of when it got to like
I think I've seen the
shit ton
first
of
and the third one, and they were.
werewolves and a
they
shit
were
ton of
both bad.
vampires.
I
I
think
was
the
like,
second one's my favorite.
I was like, what
The
kind
one
of-
I missed that one.
No. The one where Robert Pattinson comes back.
Robbie.
she's dating Jacob.
No, I think that's the second one. Yeah, he sucks in those. Not Jacob the character. Jacob the character.
Right.
Oh,
Jacob the character is fine. The Taylor Lautner is
Well,
objectively
that
not a
was
good actor.
his career right there.
He did like
He was
Grown
Shark.
Ups.
He was Shark Boy before that, and
That's
then,
where he peaked.
And then
damn.
As an actor,
Get
he's not a
fucked.
good actor.
get fucked.
He's trying to
No,
be in
but
a
yeah,
bunch
and then
of
he had Twilight, like however many years later when he grew up, and then he had nothing. After
You
that.
see who the good actors in those movies are. Like Kristen Stewart has gone on to like have a career. Like she's gonna get. I don't know if she got nominated, but she's the Princess Diana in the show, and like Robert Pattinson seems like he's more than fine now, like in his career. But we don't hear about Taylor Lautner or like any. of
He
those
made
kids.
some.
Probably like White Goodman right now.
I've seen some of his movies. You ever
at
saw
the end
where
of fucking at our fucking dodgeball when Ben Stiller's character.
Yeah.
When he's eating the donut, he got fat and out of shape and shit. Like, that's Taylor Lautner right now.
He's made some other movies. I've seen other movies with him in it though.
But what did they do?
What other movie have you seen?
He played like
he was in that. He was in the movie
like
Adam Sandler
I don't know,
movie.
He rode like a dirt bike and shit.
Abduction. I've seen it too.
Was it Abduction?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That Adam Sandler movie on Netflix, where then like
he's
the,
like
in
Sandler
the wild,
loves him.
Yeah, in the Wild West, and he's the I forget what he. But
He's like a hillbilly. He's missing a tooth.
He plays in that movie. But that movie
But
is
I'm saying
not
no movies
good.
around him.
Yeah.
Like he's not a leading man.
Yeah, no.
Like,
Not at all. He's a supporting role, if that. Like, he's just there. Like, oh, I remember that guy. Like, he was the wolf one time.
it's so crazy how good Robert Pattinson is and that he's in those movies. Like, we're going to look back, like, when he, like, I'm talking about, like, 30, 40 years from now when he's, like, great actor, like, retired. We're going to be like, remember Robert Pattinson was in those fucking Twilight movies?
He made a lot of money.
People will remember that, though.
40 years from now?
Yeah, he made a lot of fucking money off that shit.
That's not the stuff that gets remembered.
Shit will be remembered.
He will be remembered. It was bad. He'll be remembered. Plus,
I hope he outgrows that role. Like,
no, I mean, he's a great actor.
Yeah,
to your point.
no, he'll get
gonna
his
other
flowers
roles,
for other
like,
shit.
He's gonna win an Oscar.
That is gonna be on his
I believe
resume.
so.
That's gonna be on his resume.
Yeah.
After watching
Twilight.
Tenet, and then if you watch
it was
The
big.
Batman.
It's too big not to be on his resume.
It's exactly like Timberlake and Ryan Gosling. Like, they were children actors, like they were Mickey Mouse Club, but like that's not what they're known for.
No,
Justin Timberlake's not even known for NSYNC at this point.
But it's there. It's on their resume.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you. Like, that's kind of what the comparison will be.
The timeline of shit.
Like, you tell a kid now, like, yeah, he was in a boy band called NSYNC. People are like,
yeah, you can't tell the story of Justin Timberlake without NSYNC. You can't tell the story of Robin Pattinson without Twilight.
Harry Potter does get forgotten though.
It does.
But he has such a small role. A small role in the sense of like one movie.
It looks like you just. What the fuck you just say?
He's a main character, but only one of the 8 movies.
So, but yeah, so Batman, go watch it.
Yeah, Batman's incredible.
I don't know how the fuck we got over
That was a long.
All that to say, Robert Pattinson's awesome.
The Batman,
number one Robert Pattinson fan.
number one bullshit guy.
Shit. So, yeah, go watch it. Good stuff. Just make sure you get snacks and you piss before you go watch it.
It didn't drag for me.
It didn't, but it was long.
I was
dying
of thirst. In that
I was
movie.
never like wrap it up. Like,
it was like 3 hours. Never wanted it to end, but at the same time, I wanted it to end.
Should we talk about Zoe Kravitz at all? Like, she was great as Catwoman.
She was bad. You kind of spied.
Well, I met her.
You kind of spied on her too.
Yeah, that was a weird part.
Like how? I mean, I get the detective work, but he's like,
when he put him down, he goes,
that shit,
and then put him back.
That shit had me dying. Like he literally looks at the camera like. He looks back at him like, oh yeah.
You would do it too.
He's like, hey, you saw that? Looks back.
Well, because he knows we're seeing it through his eyes, so he's like, don't worry. I got you guys.
He does do that.
That shit was funny.
The fact that his like contacts record everything and he's going back and replaying it.
Plays back.
And then Alfred's like, she looks good.
Well, that was when she was talking to him through the sink.
In the mirror, yeah.
When she like threw it in the sink.
And then she picked him up. She just had him out, like not even in a contacts case. And her cat is like licking the like, ugh, like.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
That's why she's Catwoman.
Yeah, she's like, he was like, a lot of cats.
I have a thing for strays.
That shit was funny.
Oh, see, like it had its corny parts, but it was like
they played that for a joke, though. They knew it.
I mean, exactly. They had the parts where they were corny, and like it was like they were planned. It was like it's not like it was just being corny because it was just corny. Like it was, it added to it, but
and then they have the second death scene, which is tough to watch. The one with the bomb around his neck.
Oh, that wasn't too bad.
I mean, you kind of like you're like, all right, he'll solve it.
And then he fucking.
Oh, I knew he wasn't gonna solve it. The fact that he was so close and gets fucking
that
blasted.
That suit is indestructible.
And then they're fucking opening his eyes.
You see it. It's like metal.
When they're like opening his eyes, like, oh, let's wake him up, and he fucking
let's take his mask off. Fuck that.
Every time he gets that, starts swinging. Hey.
That was a cool shot. Like I remember seeing it in the trailer. Like how is that gonna look when Batman's like running through the police like in that holding cell? But it looks pretty cool.
The car scene. All right, we got to get off this Batman topic. But anyways, the car scene, badass. Let's go.
I wish they would have made the Batmobile. I mean, I understand that it's like...
Where was it the first half of the movie?
Don't know. It just kind of... They just kind of brought it out.
Like, because his bat
the bat bike, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Is like not a bat. Like I didn't notice the bat bike until the end.
At the end, they
used two different.
Yeah, at the end, it's a more modified version of it. Yeah, the first one is like a little like fucking dirt bike.
Yeah, they used a couple like 3 different bikes in that movie.
Well, she has one.
She has that's her own bike though. Him pulling like first up, like introducing his role, whatever, when he gets on the bike.
Cool. That was a cool like introduction of it.
Drives through the tunnel back or all the way into Wayne
Manor.
Into the Wayne Estates.
Yeah.
And into the Bat Cave, and then the next time you see him on a bike, it's a different bike. And then he pulls up in a Bruce Wayne car.
Yeah. But I wish, I get that the Batmobile was like the first I
like how it was just loud.
In its first edition of it or whatever, but they made it was kind of a little rinky dink. A little bit.
It's not perfected yet.
Yeah, exactly. It's still in its.
But it felt real.
It did.
And he was getting fucked up. The car. That was pretty cool. But Christian Bale's Batmobile is
But he's already established his Batman.
And it was part of I hated how they introduced the fucking Batpod in that movie. What? That it was part of the Batmobile the entire time.
The bike?
Remember? Because the Batmobile, he's half of it can't work anymore. So he what?
He just takes it out and starts fucking
But where's that seat? That seat's not in the Batmobile.
Bro.
It's built. Well,
it don't matter. It don't matter.
Remember he slides over.
But if the Nolan movies, the whole thing about them is this is Batman in the real world. This is a realistic Batman. You can't do movie bullshit to me and make me be okay.
All right, fair enough.
That's why in The Dark Knight Rises, I'm not the only one who's brought this complaint up, but when Bane shows up to rob the stock market in Gotham, stock market opens at 9 a.m. everywhere, and he breaks in, and 30 seconds later, when he goes out, it's pitch black in the middle of the fucking night. What happened? Because it just looks cool?
Sure.
He leaves on the motorcycle, and it's nighttime.
I don't know, man.
I remember being in the theater being
what the fuck?
How did this look?
I'll have to rewatch.
And they're just looking at your clock what the fuck?
Because he walks in, he takes the helmet off, beats the people up, plugs his laptop in, steals from everybody, closes his laptop, gets the fuck out of there. The police are they're cutting in between. The police are outside. He's move your truck. And then it's just nighttime when he gets out of there.
I don't know.
And then Batman shows up again. Because I guess you couldn't have Batman show back up during the day.
Nope.
There you go.
Too early for him.
But that's movie bullshit. Batman looks cooler at night, so.
You gotta expect it at some point.
I mean, think about fucking the Batman, Robert Pattinson, fucking walking out every time. Oh, dark tunnel.
It was raining.
It only rains in Gotham.
The whole movie, it was raining.
So
every
I don't
scene,
hear nothing
it was
Christian
fucking raining. It's what the fuck? They must be going through a monsoon.
No, except when he's at the top of the building talking.
Oh yeah, then it's daytime.
And then as soon as he gets back to the ground, raining again.
Yeah, they walk down, rain.
So it's what?
But I remember watching them what the fuck is going on here?
Seattle. Gotham's on the West Coast.
Well, that's literally what I was telling him. I was must have been.
That did stick out to me. But
I'm so glad we didn't hear the word Metropolis or Superman or Green Lantern.
None of them. It was just strictly Batman.
You see Metropolis. I think you see Metropolis for a second when it pans up from the bridge. I believe that's Metropolis.
When they're blowing up the seawalls.
No, when they set up the seawalls in the beginning of the movie. Because I always wondered about that shot. Why are we seeing 8 different bridges going into Gotham?
And then we fucking find out.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, the Riddler had a good plan. He just,
7 bombs.
He expected Batman to do one thing, and Batman
I think the Riddler won. Riddler gets everything that he wants.
Except the people turning on themselves.
Except killing Bruce Wayne. Best part of the twist as at the end when he thinks that he was supposed to kill Bruce Wayne. He's I couldn't find him because he's Batman.
He don't know.
Why he's doing it, the Riddler throughout the movie, why he's doing everything is for Batman. We're supposed to be partners.
Sure.
This is what I thought. This is what we wanted.
Yeah, because we're the underbelly. We're the people that are tired of seeing the 1%.
We're doing the justice that people aren't doing. He's no, sir, wrong justice.
You are crazy.
What are you talking about? That scene is incredible.
He doesn't say that.
Yeah, he says you're a fucking psychopath.
Yeah,
that's what he says to him. That might have been the second fuck.
I don't think he said fuck then.
I think he might have just said you're a psychopath.
You're a psychopath.
But it sounded way better.
And then
you're a fucking psychopath.
And then he started crying. He was no. No.
This wasn't how it's supposed to go.
That shit was. He's twisted.
Yeah,
He's going all the way in. All the way in.
But on a lighter note, Eric, what the fuck happened to your arm, my friend?
I don't know if that's a lighter note. I cut my arm. You can see. Got 15 stitches in that bitch. Oh, this one's probably I don't know. However you can see it. But, yeah. I cut my arm with a chainsaw.
Gross.
Yeah.
Those pictures are.
How did you manage to do that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did take pictures. Maybe I'll fucking...
Tell the people how...
That should be your next Instagram post.
Hey, I'm alive.
Just a quick update.
Tell the people how that happened to you.
Well, I was trimming some palm trees at my mom's and my aunt's house. If you ever use a chainsaw, just feel
We can make jokes now because your arm is still attached.
I mean, I was never really concerned about it falling off. I mean, this is the first time I ever gotten stitches. So, I mean, long story short, I was trimming some palm trees. I was using a small chainsaw. I wasn't using both hands. I was hanging onto the tree with one hand and using the chainsaw with the other. Bounced back. I don't know what it hit on the tree, but it bounced back, hit me in my arm, and I was like, oh shit. Like, I mean, you don't expect to, like, when you get hit with a chainsaw, it's like, I don't know, because you see it like in fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Scarface, things like that in movies where it's like, oh, you're gonna get fucked up by a chainsaw, and it's like, holy shit, like that just fucking happened. A chainsaw just fucking hit my arm. Like,
you're gonna respect those movies a lot more.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. Like, it didn't hurt at any point. Like, I think at first I was just such in shock.
Yeah,
that,
you were
like,
just momentum.
I was just like, holy
adrenaline.
shit, like I need to fucking do something about this, because I like
fuck.
in my head I'm just like, it's not that
It
like
didn't burn?
no, I didn't feel it, bro. Like I was
That's
just,
even scary.
I was like, holy shit. Like I moved, like when I was walking to my mom's house, like I was moving my fingers to make sure like it didn't hit anything, like
nerve damage.
yeah. But
My pinky.
once I like kind of like figured out that it was like kind of like it wasn't too deep or anything like that, and I kind of like started, all right, well I need to find something to wrap this shit up. I need to fucking
get to the hospital.
Yeah.
Did you know you're like, I need to go to the hospital, or you're like,
Yeah.
Central Care will do it.
Well, I thought they could fucking stitch me up there because there's a care spot across the street
Yeah.
from my mom's neighborhood. They can't stitch you up there. Or I guess they didn't want to. Well, the doctor was saying that because it wasn't a fucking, like a clean fucking cut.
Laceration.
Yeah, that since it's jagged and shit, that it was going to take
Well,
a lot
that's
of
a
work.
fucking chainsaw.
Yeah, so they couldn't do anything
It's not a
there.
straight
The
blade,
doctor
sir.
there seemed like he was fucking stressed. So they sent me to the
ER.
fucking Advent Health, a bigger ER. So
You went to the Oviedo one?
yeah.
I don't know, video.
So they stitched me up there. This is the first time I got stitches, so you know, cool little story.
You ever gotten stitches?
I did pass out too, but
when I broke my ankle.
Ugh.
During football,
Yeah.
you got stitches for that?
Mhm.
Oh shit.
Oof.
Yeah, this is my first time, but
They had to go in there.
Oh, luckily I've never gotten stitches.
You've seen the picture.
that's the thing though. Like I
Yeah.
could see myself getting like my cut, seeing myself get stitched up, and I'm fine. If I see other people with cuts or like those like bot shows on TV, like that shit, I cannot.
I mean,
can.
you've seen the picture of my leg, right? Like that one's like.
But yeah, but oh no, that's just gross. Like I was
But
really,
I'm the same. Like I've seen it to myself, and I'm like, that's not that bad. If I see a bad ACL injury, like the Marcus Lattimore types, where it's
but
like
his leg like hit him in the face.
Yeah.
like his
Like,
foot fucking.
when your knee or joint goes the wrong way, I'm like, like
Yeah.
no, thank you.
I didn't.
Yeah,
pain.
that shit was fucked
I
up.
feel that pain instantly.
The
I'm
Giannis,
like,
the Giannis one last year in the finals,
Oh,
he was fine, but
It
or
looks
Eastern
like
the
Conference
hyper.
the hyperextension.
I'm like,
I was like, he died. Like Giannis is no
I'm
longer.
like my leg. Yeah, that hurt me, and then he comes back the
Came
next
back
game.
in the next game. I was
The
like, oh
fuck
my
is this?
God.
But he don't give a damn.
Mr. Elastic.
But yeah, they had to cut some skin. It was flappy and
I
shit.
mean, it's dead skin.
Yeah, but it was gross. Like seeing it, like, cause I had like an Under Armour long sleeve on, so seeing like the shirt and the skin tore up together.
Oh, so you don't even know how bad it is.
Yeah, like at first I was like, holy shit, like, cause all that shit was just like right here was just tore up, and it looked like the shirt and the skin was kind of mixed, and all I'm like, like I wish I could have seen my face, like my reaction in that moment. Like if I had a GoPro just right on my face, that shit would have been.
You need to get the security footage.
Oh my god! But yeah, so and I mean, also fun fact: I used to have a kind of a little phobia of chainsaws at one point in my life.
They might be. You might have conquered your fear.
Well, I mean, I had to for work. Like, I kind of like.
No, I mean like for good now. Though.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wasn't, bro. I was using a chainsaw and a ladder with one hand. I think I conquered that fear a long time ago.
But you get to be the guy.
If he had,
how bad did he get?
If he had more fear, he probably wouldn't have had that happen
Honestly,
to him.
yeah. So,
But
Maybe a good amount of fear is good.
Yeah.
You'd have been more
I
safe.
have a
little bit
good
safer.
respect for it now. But the thing is that usually when I use them at work, like I am using two hands, like, and it's usually bigger chainsaws, so you kind of have to use two hands.
Yeah,
The smaller tools is the kind of the ones where you get a little bit more careless because it's like, I can control this with one arm and not really fucking. But worst case scenario happened, something hit back or kicked back and cut me right in my arm. But yeah, I did pass out, but I also didn't eat for like 24 hours because I had gotten sick the day before. So
at least you weren't driving there and passed out. That'd have been worse.
I mean, initially, like.
Even though it is across the
I
street.
was about to just drive myself. If my mom, I didn't want my mom to come out because I'm like, I know she is going to fucking panic and like not make this any fucking better. But so I mean, in the long run, it worked out because then she just drove me to the ER.
good thing she did come out though, because that's when you fucking passed out. You're like,
I don't feel like if
Gotta
my
go.
mom wouldn't have come out, I would have been able to like sit myself down because like
You think her overreacting kind of led to
it was a combination. It was a combination.
not overreacting, her
Yeah,
reacting.
It was the combination of me not eating, the shock of just cutting myself, and then seeing my mom come out. And I'm like, oh god, this is exactly what I did not want to happen right now. Like, and I try to
this
like
keeps getting worse.
I know. I try to tell her, it's like, don't look over here. Like I saw her and I paused for a second. I'm like, all right, don't look over here. Like I just cut myself. Like don't look over here. And she's like, whoa, what happened? What happened? And I'm like, oh shit. And then it just kind of all like boom, passed out for like 5 seconds, and then came to. I'm like, all right, I'm fine. I just need to get this covered up, and we need to go somewhere. Like stop trying to call everybody. Just we'll get that taken care of later. Like let's just go.
I'm not dying. Not yet.
But yeah, so I got 15 of them bad boys. And this shit is going to leave a nice little scar, too, so turn up.
you can tat around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was planning to get this arm sleeved up anyway, so. But.
Nowadays, with technology, they got that scar removal stuff.
I mean, I don't mind scars. Tells a story. Builds character, all that shit. But.
You're like, built character, carbs on the internet.
all that shit. So, I mean,
I'll say that
we'll be fine. I did when I took off this wrap. It was weird to like move it and like
See it.
now I have an not open wound, but like I need to be more conscious because I don't want to get like my stitches caught on anything or like when I put
Or
a shirt
open
on.
Oh, so you can't lift for like a couple days.
No, they said I could lift. Like I'm not gonna do anything crazy or anything like that or like
Can't power
go
clean
heavy.
right
yeah, but yeah, they said I could
do any
lift.
forearm
like,
workouts.
you know, if I'm gonna go work out, just to
Like,
just to wrap it up with whatever little bandage and some gauze, or when I go to work, do that, and then.
You got a story to tell at work though.
So I already told my foreman, so I'm not going to work tomorrow. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
I hit myself with a chainsaw. He's like, oh fuck.
I texted him and he called me right away. He's like, what'd you do? I'm like, you heard me. Like that wasn't a typo.
When you were going through it at the time, you were like, check this out. I just cut myself. And then I was like, what? And you were like, with a chainsaw. I was like, what? And then he showed me the pictures. And I was like, I was with somebody and I was showing them and they were like, he needs to go to the hospital. And he was like, I was like, are you getting stitches? And you're like, shouldn't need to. And then
That's what the doctor told me.
the person next to saw me was like, no, like they need stitches. Like
That's what-
we can see like the inside of your like muscles.
At that point, like I had went to that care spot and they really just wrapped it up. They didn't do jack shit over there. Then I went to the Advent Health ER and they checked it out. And at first they said we're probably not going to need any stitches, but we need to clean it out first and like get all that shit out of there and see what we need to do. But at first they said we probably won't need it. And then,
But you could see inside your flesh.
bro, I don't know. I had never gotten stitches before. Like
Eric
I was
like,
just
whatever
bleeding.
you tell me.
It didn't hurt, so I was like, just do whatever the fuck you got to do. Like I don't know, just as long as you don't need to take my whole arm. Then
I saw a kid require staples one time. He hit his head on the back of a marble thing,
The back of his head.
back of his head, and that shit was split. I was
Yeah.
like,
I saw a kid need to go get stitches before. He fell on the light pole in my neighborhood.
how old?
Like he was young.
How
Like,
old were you?
I was probably like 12, maybe a little old, maybe like 14. This kid was like 7 or 8.
We had one at Pop Warner practice.
Oh shit!
A kid, his dad pushed a kid like in a football drill, like was like chasing a kid. And we had a quarterback, and he put his hand down to like stop himself and split it right through. Bone was fine; it just went through his skin. I'll tell you whose dad it was after, but that shit was hilarious. And he was just like, he just put a towel around it, walked to the parking lot, and he was like, "I gotta go."
I accidentally broke.
He was fine. Like,
that's the thing. Like, I mean, the shock and adrenaline will fucking take you a long time. Because, like, by the time
I was not fine when I broke my ankle. I knew that shit was broken, like from the get. That bitch hurt.
But you dislocated your shit, right? You broke,
dislocated it. Yeah, it only chipped at the bottom.
Oh god!
I just sprained my ankle very.
Yeah, no, this is probably the worst injury. I've never broken any bones. I fractured my big toe once. I've had a thigh contusion, but that's just a bruise, a deep ass bruise.
I've seen a kid break their fibula before.
Oh god, that takes a lot of fucking. What the fuck were they doing?
Football.
Oh, I broke James' tibia.
But
I've heard this story before.
Not fibula. I'm talking about.
We're in one hitting drill.
Yeah, the
strongest bone in your body.
Right here.
Damn.
He took body straight to the. I mean, his foot was planted in the ground. Took it straight on. He laid there. He said he rolled over. He went to go get up, and it was numb. Like, you couldn't feel anything. And he was like, "I'm gonna just lay here for a second." And then they got him on the stretcher and everything. Like, because you can
tell. You
could there's a lot of arteries and stuff like that. Like, it's dangerous to break that bone. And they took it out, put a metal rod in his leg, and
yikes.
Be safe, fucking.
Be safe.
I don't know if you're gonna do shit for
go watch Batman. It's a great movie.
Don't hurt yourself.
Couple broken bones in that one.
Yeah.
A few.
Couple people's faces. Yeah.
Batman doesn't kill.
Nope. But he watched people get killed.
And I mean, he kind of assisted in the killing of Falcone. Well, I mean, in a sense.
Bring him to the light?
Yeah.
He didn't know.
Yeah.
He didn't know. I mean,
he was just following a riddle, man. He wasn't carrying him. No, but it was Gordon. It was Gordon who officially arrested him. Was reading the Miranda rights.
Well, who was taking him out?
Someone down the stairs. The cops, not him.
That's
it's like a second-hand killing. Like, I'm not saying he killed him, but he
should feel no guilt about it.
He shouldn't feel guilt about it.
Piece of scum.
He was a fucking shitbag.
But either way, go watch the movie. We are on all platforms. Listen, follow, like, subscribe, all that good jazz.
Don't cut yourself.
Yeah.
Everybody love everybody.
Peace.